We'll start with Module 1.1.1, Algebraic Operations. We just need to review how our basic algebraic operations interact with one another. In particular, which ones do we do first? What do I do? Multiply first or add first? How do I deal with exponents and parentheses? Mathematicians have a standard way of dealing with this. Okay, we have a standard set of rules called the order of operations. Right? The rule is we always begin with what's in parentheses. Parentheses come first. Then we look at whatever happens inside of exponentials, in powers. That's second. Next, we perform all of our multiplications. That's third. And then we do this sort of inverse of multiplications. We look at all the divisions. Finally, we look at addition and subtraction. Addition comes first, and the last thing we look at is subtractions. So all you have to do to remember how these algebraic operations interact is to remember this order of operations. One nice way to remember PEMDAS is please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. There's many other mnemonics for this. This is just the one I learned when I was a student, so it's the one I still use. Let's look at a few examples that illustrate this. Here, our goal is to use the order of operations to simplify the following algebraic expression. I want to look at x squared times x plus 3 minus, in parentheses, x times 2x plus 1. So I follow my order of operations. P, I start with whatever is in parentheses. Are there any simplifications I can do? Well, not on the first one. X plus 3, I can't simplify any. But in the second set of parentheses, I can simplify x times 2x as 2x squared plus 1. Now I go on to multiplication. I want to distribute all my multiplications. So I look at x squared times x plus 3. This is a multiplication, and it becomes x squared times x plus x squared times 3. And whatever's over here, I leave alone because it's not its turn yet. I can simplify this further to x cubed plus 3x squared minus, again, I have currently left this subtraction alone. There's no additions I really need to worry about right now. I just need to move on to subtraction. So I still have my x cubed plus 3x squared, and now I distribute this subtraction sign. So I get minus 2x squared minus 1. I'm almost finished. I have to just simplify anything that remains. I have x cubed here, but this 3x squared and this minus 2x squared can be combined into just simply x squared, and then I have this plus 1 at the end. So this is my simplification of the original algebraic expression. All I had to do was apply the order of operations principle correctly. So let's look at one more example where we actually have some divisions involved. Okay, so now our example is all with numbers, no variables this time. I have 3 times the quantity 7 squared divided by 49 plus 2, and then all of that divided by 5. So where do I begin with this mess? Well, I start by trying to do everything that's in parentheses. So 3, I look at my innermost set of parentheses, and what's going on there? Well, I have 7 squared divided by 49. So what comes first? Exponentiation or division? Well, according to the order of operations, I do the exponent first. 7 squared is 49. I'm going to eventually divide that by 49. And I'll leave everything else the same. This is division here. So I go again. What is happening on my innermost set of parentheses? Well, I have 49 divided by 49. What's any number divided by itself? Just 1. So I get 1, and then ultimately I'll add 2 and divide by 5. So we continue following our order of operations by looking at what happens inside the next set of parentheses. I have 3 times 1 plus 2. What comes first, multiplication or addition? Multiplication. So I have 3 times 1, which is 3, plus 2 divided by 5. So maybe at this point you can see where this is going. We have just one more set of operations to do here. 3 plus 2, 5, divided by 5. So I finally get to address the division by 5 that's been with me the whole time to just get a nice simple answer of 1. So all that big algebraic mess just worked out to one of the simplest possible numbers, just 1. Again, we were able to get through this mess just by following the order of operations correctly.